Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of the GPS Peakcast. I'm your host as usual. Today we are diving into a topic that every property developer should be paying attention to, not just building, but building what sells. And today we have with us the CEO of Sabi Consult in the person of Mr. Paul Oche, a person who understands the market inside out and has helped series of developers to fine-tune their property in such a way that they do not just have to build, but they build what sells. Hi, Mr. Paul.
Hi, man. It's good to be with you on the show today.
Thank you very much. So, I want to ask, I've seen how a lot of people just wake up and say they want to become developers just because they have the money and they have the land. So, what do you think people should know? What kind of research do you think people should do before saying they even want to become a developer?
Okay, first of all, like you said, having the money or having the land doesn't make you a developer. Now, we look into this thing. Some people want to build these houses for themselves or build according to their wishes. Maybe they have a childhood dream or something of building. But if you are a developer and you are in for business and delivering solutions, then you have to go into market research before developing any properties. So here are a few market research that you're supposed to go into before developing any property. First of all, let's say you have a land now in a good location. Yeah, so location is one of the research you're supposed to do before developing. So if you have a land in a good location, the next thing you're supposed to do is to check the trends. Talking about trends, you are looking at the type of buildings that are selling now. And there's other research that you do aside the trends to let you know the buildings that are selling now, which will to take you a little bit outside of real estate into doing demographic research. So if you are going into demographic research, we now find out that people that buy certain type of properties, for instance, block of flats, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, they are of a certain age grade.
Really?
Yes. Then people that buy terrace buildings, there's townhouses, and people that buy fully detached buildings, the ones that buy mansions, they are different age grade. You don't see young people of 20 to 30, 35 years buying a mansion of 9 bedroom. It barely happens. Yes, so these are research you do. So if you are building in urban cities like Abuja, Lagos, you also look at the locations in these cities before building. So where are the locations that you have youths moving into? In those locations, you develop block of flats because the price is in the range for young people can afford, first of all, and most of them have smaller families of 3 to 5, 2 to 5 people in the family. So that's 3 bedroom is okay for them, 4 bedroom. Then you wanted to say something?
Yeah,
else?
I would have thought that, young people looking at how maybe newly married couples and then they want to get a house. I would have thought that they want to go for terraces.
Mostly looking at what is selling right now, what sells now. Block of flats sells a lot using Abuja market, and you find out that people are moving into building a block of flats because it sells and the price is okay. Now, why are we talking about pricing here and the type of building? Now, the block of flats has a price range of from areas like Idu or something. You have like 35 million for 2 bedroom.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, going to as much as 400 million in some areas like Mitama. Yes. So Jabi. Yes. So those areas you can get block of flats for that amount too. So now, if you are a new couple and you are just starting to earn newly to save up to buy a house, you won't be going for a house of 100 million. So if you are getting an off plan or you're buying a carcass building for 3 bedroom, for instance, at 50 million, it's easy for you to buy. That may not be your own dream house, but it can be your first purchase. Yes. Now, why I said this is because the wider range of Nigerians now are in the 18 to 40.
Yes.
So you have to gauge the market to that.
So people should not just wake up and think
You don't
that
just wake up
because you
and
have a land,
you
you
have
have the
land, you have money.
resources, and then you want to.
You start building.
Yes, because I've even seen lots of people that, at the end of the day, they wish they never started. Because
Yes, because they didn't do research, they didn't do consultation with people that are in the business. Most of them just, I have 1 billion, I want to start developing. They build mansions, 2 mansions in the land they have, and it's just sitting there in the market.
Yes.
For years and years because of the price. It's not going.
So have you seen a mistake that a developer made and then it cost them, the ability to sell on time? Like, let's say, have you ever gone for inspection and then maybe when you saw the house, you were like, maybe if this house was either bigger or maybe if this house was like this, it would have sold faster. Like, have you seen a house, like a developer that made a mistake that this developer no try?
A lot.
Tell us about it.
Okay, there are a lot of houses like that because of errors in the development of that house or construction. It's just there in the market. Now, there's a house in Guarimpa. I went for an inspection. Beautiful house. It has a penthouse. Now, the main bedroom, that's the master's bedroom, is in the penthouse. Every other bedroom is just small, about not big. If you put your 4x6 bed, it's full. So, as the owner of the house, you don't want to use those bedrooms. So, the main bedroom is the penthouse. And now, this penthouse has just 1 window. So, if there's no lights, the penthouse is dark. If there's no electricity, it's dark. So, that's to tell you that if you are buying such house, you have to have standby electricity all the time for air conditioning in that room and lighting in that room. So a lot of people that have gone to see those properties, they didn't buy.
Is it enough to make them not want to buy it?
The property is still there. It's 2 years.
Wow.
Wonderful property.
2 years.
Yes. So the few blocks that were sold, people that are not around Nigeria bought them for investment. You get. So that's one experience. Another one is when developers want to sell carcass building. When you're selling shared building, people see the work you have done. If you don't do a wonderful work, I can't come and say that the work you did, if I buy this carcass building, I have to almost do the whole work again. I won't buy it. It will remain there. Yes.
It has to be very thorough.
It has to be thorough, clean. And you can also see the quality in that development. Yes. It helps to sell. So developers should pay attention to these things, not cutting corners, cutting costs. You see the block peeling off, you rub the block and dust is coming out of it. If you see those buildings, you will not buy them.
I won't buy them. Yes. First one house will collapse on me.
Then another mistake is people building by water area, that's waterlogged area. I don't know if you've seen that.
I feel like that's what is happening in most of these houses.
That's why it's good to buy property in rainy season. You see what you are buying, you see the area you are buying firsthand.
Yeah, so I know that these days people are doing a lot when it comes to construction and development, a lot. So, and I know that if there are 2 units of 3 bedroom, let's say there's a 3 bedroom here, there's a 3 bedroom there, there's one that will sell faster. So what are those things that you think, like those amenities that you think that people should pay attention to, that is trendy, that is in trends?
Yes.
Developers should pay attention, because I had a conversation with one developer not long ago, and I told him that building a house, beautiful, but I feel like there are some amenities that people need to see. You cannot just say you are building a 3 bedroom or 4 bedroom terrace and it's just 4 bedroom, nothing extra, like it's just there. So why should that? The competition is very high. I mean, so what are the things that you feel like developers should pay attention to? What extras should they add? What are the amenities that are going to draw people to their own property and give them an edge in the market?
That's talking about functionality.
Yes.
So a lot of people do development without functionality in mind.
Yes.
So if the developer is to put the functionality in mind, myself now, if I'm doing a 3 bedroom block of apartments, I'll have to put a BQ. There's a maid room attached. It's a block of flats.
Yes.
They can attach a maid room. Now, this maid room makes it possible that the couple or the family living there can have a maid, which is one. You also open up an opportunity for somebody that buys the house to rent the BQ. Yeah, so that's just one of the functionality. A lot of people build houses without the lobby in between the rooms. You just, from the sitting room, you are seeing the bedroom doors. There's no walkway. Yeah, there's no walkway. So these are small functionalities that can be added into the space. Now we have people installing inverters in their building.
Wow,
People don't put that into consideration that, okay, where are they going to put the inverter batteries? Yes. Now,
so if they have that space, they can,
Yes, so those little things like this, when you market a house, when you try to sell a house, and you bring out points like this, you have to, first of all, be in the shoe of the person that will live in that house for you to see that.
About space.
Yes. So there are little areas where you need to leave spaces for people to be able to use. Then another thing is, a lot of people build houses, block of flat, 4 stories, and the AC, they just the air conditioner, they don't do the piping, they just leave it there. So if you are on the ground floor in that building, the person's AC upstairs, the water will be disturbing you.
Yeah, I think I've experienced that somewhere before.
Yeah, so I see a lot of developers are making amends to this, dropping it from up there down.
Wow.
Yeah, so when you are installing the AC, you don't have to do all of this work, or the person downstairs don't have to suffer this. So these ones I just gave you are just 2 little things that people I've had first-hand experience with people asking for this. And like the one I told you about, from the sitting room, the door just goes straight to the room. Imagine we're sitting in your sitting room now and you want to access the bedroom.
Open the bedroom.
As you are opening the bedroom, everybody is seeing. Yes, so there's no landing area. Most block of flats building, they don't do the lobby. When you come in, you just open the front door and you land in the sitting room.
I think developers should really, take this into consideration.
Yes.
And then I feel like the spaces outside, people should just
for parking, right?
Yes, people should just do stuff these days.
Play area for children.
Play area.
Those things are
they
are not in consideration anymore. If somebody just have a land, just want to build house to occupy the whole space and leave few parking space.
Yes, they want to utilize everywhere.
Yes, which is not supposed to be. It's supposed to leave some areas for washing laundry. It's supposed to leave some areas for children to be able to play. If you have a block of flat of 9 apartments, 8 apartments, you consider the number of children, let's say 2 per block of flats. You're talking about 18 children. Where are they going to play in the compound?
Sounds like children are always stuck in the house.
Okay, so you see, these are small things people look out for when a family goes to buy a house. If you go to sell a house to a family, you have a whole different experience from selling to an individual. Because the things family look at, they're looking at the kitchen, looking at the rooms, looking at other things, looking at the compound space where children will play, school, closeness to market. All of these things are stuff that can be considered to help the property leave the market faster.
So do you think that, at what point do you think that developers can start selling, putting their their houses out there? Let's say you just started building, and then does it have to get to a stage where you're almost roofing, where you're almost finishing before you start to sell? At what point can they start marketing?
Okay, for this one, you can't hold a developer down to say, okay, wait 80%. But for me, because of the pricing, right? For each development, you get your costs of the whole development before you start the development.
Yes.
So you check your profit margin because you are in for business, then you put the pricing, right? But now the market we have in Nigeria is quite unstable for some time.
Very unstable.
Yes, so the price of building materials, if you go today, if you say you are a developer that buys as the project goes on, instead of buying in bulk for the whole project, the change in price will affect your own selling price.
Yeah.
So what will happen to such a developer is to wait till at least 80% completion, then you set the price. That's for that type of developer. I will just have to break the development to you into, let's say, I'll break it into different segments for you.
Yeah.
So if you are a developer that has all the funding you need, what you do is you wait till 80% completion. If you don't want to sell, if you don't want to finish, some people tell you, I want to finish the building, clean it, furnish it before I put it out in the market. That's one class. Yes, so they wait till everything is done, then they put it out. There are people that sell empty buildings, finished but empty, no furniture, nothing, but it's finished, washed, and ready to pack in. They are that class of people that wait till it's finished before they put the price in. There's another class of developers that sell their buildings before it's finished, they start selling.
Like all those off-plan people.
I've never come to off-plan yet. These ones still have the money to sell, to finish the project. But they want to start selling it or start advertising it, putting it in the market before its completion. So that's kind of development. It's better to put it out at 80%. Because at this time, you must have bought your tiles, your finishing is what is going on now. So even if you put the price, the change will not be too much. If there's a change in a little pricing of things, it won't be the main building materials now, like cement, irons, so 80% is good for those people. Then coming to off-plan. Now, off-plan works in a way that the first subscriber gets the cheapest. Every other person comes in at an increasing price. Yes, so for off-plan developers, they put their I would say idea, they put the idea in the market even before they start selling. So you as a subscriber, you buy into the idea, or I would say you buy with faith. If the person is not credible, if he's not a credible developer, you're just buying with faith. What if the person doesn't deliver and all? But that's the best time to buy. If you are somebody off-plan is a very good investment.
So off-plan is the best time to buy if you have that.
Yes. Yeah. Off-plan is the best time to buy.
You've spoken a lot about block of flats.
Yes.
So can you give me top 5 hot locations that you know that block of flats sells very fast, or a block of flats would sell very fast? Just 5.
Okay.
Hot locations.
Jahi. There's locations in Abuja. Jahi block of flats sells very fast in Jahi. Block of flats sells very fast in Wuye. Block of flats sells fast in Lokogoma. Yes, block of flats sells not too fast. Mitama, Sokoro, just because the price is still high out there.
Okay.
Yes. Then Katampe. Katampe main and Katampe extension.
Yes, Katampe. Very hot.
Yeah.
I hope you learned a lot from this episode, because I did. Thank you, Mr. Poloche, for coming and telling us the things we did not know about.
Thank you, Emma, for having me on your show.
It was really good having you. I remain your host, MNG, and see you on our next episode. Bye.